Keep, bench, sell. Let's get into it, people. First up, Miles Skelly. This one's simple. Some of these we're going to be able to fly through. For me, 100% keep. One of the positive shining lights of this season. I think he's going to be a star. Is he going to be a future left back for Arsenal? Potentially. Could be in midfield, but for me, 100% keep. Not even a debate for me. Next up, Leandro Trossard. If an offer comes in for him from Saudi, I think it might be time. I want to see a left winger coming in at Arsenal that's going to be an absolute elite starter. So for me, if the right money comes in for him, I think he's done his job. I think he's a potential good squad player. But I think if the money is right from Saudi and that he does want to go, I would actually sell him. Next up, who we got? Gabi Jesus. I've got to be honest, it's not going to go down as a good signing, this one. £50 million. I'm not going to say it's been a flop, but it hasn't been a great signing. He will go down as one that just hasn't been able to show his quality due to the fact that he's been injured too much. And I think that although it's going to be difficult for Arsenal due to his injury now, I would sell him. We have to move him on. Injuries have not been kind, man. Who's next? Thomas Partey. Okay, his contract's up, but we have to keep this guy. This is a guy that has to stay at Arsenal. I think he's been phenomenal. I think he's been our best midfielder. And as a 6, he's probably the most natural that we do have at the club. So for me, I would keep him. With Zubimendi coming in, I think he probably will be put to the bench now. But that is fairly harsh considering how consistent he's been. But if Zubimendi's coming in and he's going to be that 6, Thomas Partey will be a bench player. But we have to keep him. Next up, Declan Rice. One of my favourite players. Whether you're playing him in the 6 or the box-to-box role, he gives 110%. For me, he's got leadership qualities and technical ability on the ball, which we have to keep in this side. For me, no brainer. We keep in hold of Declan Rice. Next up, Reiss Nelson. Look, I like Reiss. I'll always have fond memories of him. Proper gooner, and I know for a fact he absolutely loves Arsenal. But it's time for him to find a club and go and get first team football. Hopefully he won't get another loan move. Hopefully he'll find a permanent move for him. But for me, it's time to sell Reiss Nelson. Next up, Jakub Kiwior. Do you know what? I've been impressed. Probably one of the unsung heroes so far in the back end of the season. Gabriel getting injured, everyone was frustrated, but actually he's done a really good job. And I think when you look back to the signing, he's come in when needed and actually given 110%. And I think he's actually a good left-sided defender. Now, if he wants first team football, we'll sell him. If he wants to stay, for me, you keep him on the bench. So that's where I'm going to keep him. Next up, Gabriel. For me, Arteta's best signing. Absolutely 100% keep, and he plays and starts. For me, he would actually be my captain. I think he's shown unbelievable leadership qualities. So for me, we keep Gabriel 100%. Next up is Benjamin White. Now, I've been a fan of Ben White. I absolutely love the fact that he comes in and gives 110. I know he hasn't played as much this season, but actually, Jurriën Timber has proven why he is better than him. Now, I'm a big fan of Ben, and I think that he's still got a part to play, but I would keep him on the bench. But absolutely keep him at Arsenal, 100%. Raheem Sterling. What can I say other than I told you guys so? I knew this signing wasn't going to work, and you know what? No longer Arsenal's problem. He is now Chelsea's problem. Sell or give back. Next up, we got Neto, another loan signing that, let's be real, was never really going to work. In fact, you could say it kind of did because he was there as backup, but we didn't see enough of him. He isn't someone that I want to see much more of. When he did play, I wasn't impressed at all when he played against Girona. It's time to let him go back to Bournemouth because he's now going to be their problem. But we will need a backup goalkeeper. Next up is Calafiori, and I'm not going to lie to you, I've been disappointed by him. Not because I don't think he's a good footballer, but actually to look at the defensive qualities of him, I still have question marks. I have question marks about his positioning, and also have question marks about how good of a signing that was. Was that a priority area to spend most of your money on? Not for me. I'm not sure he's a left back. I'm not even sure that he's a centre half. Most of the attributes I like about him is when he goes forward. So we'll have to see with this one. For me, I keep him, but we bench him. He's definitely not a starter for me yet. Cole Hine. Look, I haven't seen enough of him to believe that he's an absolute 100% backup. I do think that there's qualities about him, and certainly on his loan moves, he's been kind of impressive from what we understand. But I think it's time to sell and get a proper backup goalkeeper. Not one that comes in and gives proper competition to Raya like Raya and Ramsdale, but for me, a proper backup goalkeeper. I'm not sure Cole Hine is the guy, so for me, I'll be selling him. Next up, we've got Star Boy. I mean, this one's simple. We keep him. Arsenal's most important player. I think he proved that this season. I don't even want to hear any rumours of him leaving. He signs a long-term contract ASAP. Let's get it done, Arsenal. We keep him. This next one's Mikel Merino, and I've got to be honest, probably an unsung hero in the back end of this season. I thought he did a great job in the number 9. I know we bought him as a midfielder and it wasn't the most exciting of windows, but for the window that I thought was pretty underwhelming, he's probably the one that actually come through on top. And I would keep him, but it would be a bench for me. I wouldn't be selling him. For me, he's a squad player. Next, we come to Kai Havertz. Now, if the money was correct, I would actually sell Kai Havertz. However, I do think he can contribute, and I do think there's a place for him in the Arsenal squad. I think it's going to be very difficult to sell, so I want to keep this realistic when I do this. For $290 a week and 65 M's, I want to see more. But as a squad player, I think he could be someone from the bench that can do something for us next season. So although I want an upgrade, I'm going to keep Kai Havertz, but I'm going to bench him. Then we come to one of my favourite defenders, William Saliba. This one's quick. You keep him and you try to keep him as long as you can. This guy is going to be wanted by Real Madrid every single summer. So we absolutely keep and start this guy. He's going to be, for me, very, very important and pivotal to what Arsenal do in the future. So we keep him 100%. Julian Timber, my player of the season. I gave him a 9 out of 10 this season. I think he's been consistent. And do you know what? I think he's been incredible considering he's come back from an ACL. This guy deserves so much credit and all the plaudits are deserved for his performances consistently this season for Arsenal. He is an absolute starter and an absolute keep. For me, he's our right back. And I think already I see potential for him to be put in the same brackets as Lauren and Lee Dixon and all the greats and legends at Arsenal. This guy's going to be an absolute baller, so we keep him. He starts for me. Gabriel Martinelli, a very interesting one here. I would bench him because I still think there's potential there. He hasn't developed into the player I wanted him to, but at the age of 24 now, I think it's time for him to actually show what he's got. I do think there's something there. I think there's directness. I think there's pace and power. His finishing is actually better than what people give him credit for. It's about him getting in those positions. And if we can try and bring some quality in around him, I do think there's a place for him in the Arsenal squad. So for me, I bench him. Nuntavage, it's time to go. It looks like it's going to be Lazio for him. I think he's had a fairly good season. I don't think it was ever going to work. For whatever reason, Mikel Arteta has never really been a fan of him. So I think it's time for Nuntavage to say goodbye at Arsenal, personally. So, who's up next? Takahiro Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu is a very good footballer. He's a really good defender. I think one-on-one, aerial ability, strength, versatility, he's kind of got it all. Unfortunately, he cannot stay fit. If we can find him another club, it's time to go. You cannot keep players that are never available at a club. Particularly for a player who's on around £100,000 a week, it's time to let him go. I don't think we will because of his injury. I don't think people will want him. I would try and find him another club and try to get someone in who's a lot more available for Arsenal. So sell Tomiyasu. Next up, we've got Martin Ødegaard. Had a really bad season. I think he would admit that he's had a bad season. But you keep him. He is good on his day. I know he's our leader and some people don't want him to be, but technically he's gifted, creative when he wants to be. I need to see the Martin Ødegaard of the last 18 months removed from his career so far at Arsenal. When he came in 2020, he was a very good player. 22, 23, that's the sort of season I want from Martin Ødegaard. So we keep him. Then we move to David Raya. I think he's been proved to be the right player. He's the right goalkeeper we need. I know he's been moving mad in the last few weeks at the back end of the season, but for me, I do think he's been excellent this season overall and one of the players of the season. So for me, we keep him in goal. Then we move to Ethan, one of my favourite youngsters. Again, a positive light this season. I think he's been a shining light. I think he's been excellent. Has proven that he can cover for Bukayo Saka. Finally, we do have cover for him, and he can play centrally. I also think there's a place for him if he wanted it to be a little bit more of a deep lying midfielder, because I do think he could play there as an attacking 8. But I think he is really an attacking midfielder and one that can play off the right. Ethan's got an unbelievable future. He must keep and be staying at Arsenal. For me, he's on the bench for now, but I think he's a really good bench player. Alexander Zinchenko. Look, when he came to Arsenal, actually he was really good. In the 22-23 season, he did excellent. But I think for me, it is time to move him on. I think he wants first team football, and they're saying Arsenal just can't offer him anymore. So I would sell Zinchenko. Next up, Sambi Lokonga. I've got to be honest with you, this has not been a good signing. It's not gone down as one that I think was ever going to be a good hit. I saw him being likened to Yaya Toure. That's not going to happen. For me, Lokonga needs to find a club. I would sell him. Last up, Fabi Vieira. A bad signing. Probably go down as Edu and Arteta's worst, to be fair. For £38 million, this has not been good enough. For me, I need to see Fabi Vieira gone, and I need to see some form of money back for him. Maybe you can go over to Spain or Portugal, but he's too lightweight and weak for the Premier League, in my opinion. It is time to sell Vieira. So that's it. Keep, bench, sell. Big summer for Arsenal ahead.